Did you know that even the ancient Greeks knew the Earth was round? Yeah, this is actually a thing we've been aware of for more than 2,000 years. And the story of how they knew it was round is a good one, so let's get into it. The philosopher and mathematician Pythagoras is credited as the first to propose a spherical Earth back in 500 BC, though he did so on aesthetic grounds. He believed the sphere was the most perfect shape. A century later, the philosopher Plato suggested the same thing, which boosted the idea's popularity. But when it comes to proving the Earth is round, Aristotle was the first Greek philosopher to put his money where his mouth was. When he was writing his book On the Heavens in 350 BC, he laid out several pieces of evidence for the Earth having a spherical shape. For one thing, he pointed out, you can see the shadow of the Earth on the moon during a lunar eclipse. And since that shadow is always round, regardless of where the Earth is in its rotation, you know the Earth is a sphere. For another thing, the stars are in different positions depending on where you are on Earth. There were stars in Egypt that couldn't be seen in Cyprus, hundreds of miles away. He wrote that proved, quote, not only that the Earth is circular in shape, but also that it is a sphere of no great size, for otherwise the effect of so slight a change of place would not be quickly apparent, unquote. Later, another scholar named Eratosthenes did Aristotle one better. He didn't just prove the Earth was a sphere, he actually figured out its circumference. And he did it with only the sun and a stick. Eratosthenes placed a stick in the ground at noon on the summer solstice when the sun was directly overhead. He did this in both the city of Syene and in Alexandria, cities about 500 to 600 miles away from each other, or 800 to 900 kilometers. He measured the angles of the shadows cast by the sticks to calculate that the Earth was 25,000 miles around, which means he was only off by about 100 miles. Not bad for a guy and his stick.
Leave it to an ancient Greek philosopher to really stick it to the flat earthers.
He really had the angle on the circumference of the planet.
That's not how that... those aren't words.